ये श्री जो है ना, आपकी तबीयत कैसी है बेटे? आपकी कल तबीयत खराब थी, आपको सेशन समझ आ गया था? पक्का कोई डाउट तो नहीं? कोई आप ठीक करा लेना जरूर, है ना? तो हो गया वो लैपटॉप में, तो दिक्कत है कई बार, कई हम नहीं आ पाते ना, तो हम लाइव भी अटेंड कर लेते हैं। समृद्धि शायद नहीं निकल जाएगी। समृद्धि तो 9th क्लास में, हाँ वो वेरी जिम्मे लाइव लिंक भी शेयर किया था, पढ़ाई नहीं हुआ ना। हाँ ठीक, वो रिंकू उसमें दवाई डाल दी थी। हाँ, so Abhishek, I received your answer sheet, good. And Chanakya, you will get your answer sheet by 8 p.m. today itself, right? Okay. And same with you also. And I maybe 8, otherwise tomorrow morning. Actually, subjective answer sheet always takes time. So I'll wait for another 1 minute. Come, beta. Abhishek, have you attended yesterday's session? Day before yesterday, chemistry session?
No, so I didn't attend. I saw the PDF of the question paper.
Okay, you attend the same because the coming, okay, now it will take time. Now you have after 2 weeks the same chapter, right? So now we're heading towards one of the most analytical subject out of the 3, physics, chemistry and biology, the physics. What do you mean by physics? Book band kar do. What is physics? Anyone?
Physical.
Physical. Actually, the physics is nothing but the branch of science that deals with the study of nature and natural phenomena. What is physics? The branch of science, a part of science that deals with the study of nature and natural phenomena. Newton saw the falling of apple, came up with the concept of gravitation, right? So there also the development of the field like electric field, magnetic field, etc. This is all being derived from the nature. Scientists observe them, arrange them systematically in the form of laws, right? And came up with a subject known as physics. In the 10th class physics, the chapters that we will encounter, right? 70% of the 12th class chapter depends upon the concept of the 10th class chapter. This is so prominent. If you opt for the science in the 11th class, then the reflection of the same chapters would be seen in the 12th class physics. So you can well imagine that how important this subject is, right? But you should sit over here so that I can see your face precisely. So the 10th class physics gets divided into two parts, optics, and second is electric field and magnetic field in the form of electrostatics and electromagnetic induction. In the ninth class, we studied about the physics which was related to the visible objects. But we were talking about in the ninth class, the motion of a car, the motion of a bus, etc. So we dealt with the physics of visible objects. But in the 10th class, we will deal with a concept like electric current. Have you seen the current? क्या हमने current को देखा है? Magnetic field, electric field. So we will encounter the physics mostly for those objects which are invisible to us. So starting with an easy chapter, right? The light, the reflection of light. See, this entire optics gets divided into three parts. First is known as reflection of light. Second is refraction of light. And third is optical instruments, human eye and color world. So I will finish the first part, which is known as reflection of light. Then I switch on to the electric current, electrostats, current electricity, and I will finish the current electricity till Ohm's law and the factors influencing the Ohm's law. Then I again came up with the refraction of light. I'll finish the refraction of light and then I'll conclude the rest part of the current electricity. In that way, our system will flow so that you have enough time to revise whatever we will do in the reflection and current electricity respectively. Is it clear? So the chapter starts by the name reflection of light. Before switching on to the reflection of light, what is light? What do you mean by light? Light is a form of energy which enables us to see the object, which creates a sensation of vision, is known as light. अरे जिससे दिखाई दे वो light. Is it clear? So light is a form of energy that enables us to see objects. Now object in terms of the light, in terms of reflection, refraction, etc. What do you mean by object as far as this chapter is concerned? Anything that can reflect the light ray falling onto its surface is known as object. Object किसे कहेंगे? Object क्या? Anything that has mass and acquires with certain amount of volume, etc. is known as an object, right or not? Object का मतलब तो यही होता है. लेकिन हम ऑब्जेक्ट को लाइट के संदर्भ में अगर करेंगे, इफ यू वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड द ऑब्जेक्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ लाइट, then what an object be? An object is something that has a tendency to reflect the light rays falling onto its surface, right? We all are objects. Why is it so? Because the tube light emits, it is acting as a source of light. Light strikes with me and obviously gets reflected, enters into your eyes, where the eye creates a sensation of vision. यही हो रहा है नहीं? Right? This table is acting as an object. Laptop is acting as जो भी दिखाई दे, anything which is visible to us should be known as object. And how can we see an object? If the light falls onto its surface, टकराती है and then gets reflected. Reflect होती है, enter into our eye, where eye creates a sensation of vision. Is it clear? If suppose all the tube lights are off in this room and there is no source of light, will it be possible for us to look after each other? Right? We cannot see one another because there is no source of light. What the source of light does, it strikes with us and gets reflected. I said this sentence 3 to 4 times, right or not? So two important characteristic aspect that comes into our mind is what? Define light. Note down a question. Define light. Define light and what are the characteristic feature of light? And hence define object. And hence define object. What are the characteristic features of light? See the light, you have studied about the sound chapter in your ninth class. And in the sound chapter, I explained the concept of wave, isn't it? I told you about transverse wave, longitudinal wave, the characteristic feature. Some of you are new to me. I don't know whether you have studied these waves or not. So as far the light is concerned, light consists of electromagnetic wave. Light क्या basically? Characteristic feature बता रहा हूँ. Light समझ में आ गया? Light क्या? एक energy है through which we see one another. Being a science student, if we know anything new, we should also know the feature behind the same. The very first feature says that the light consists of electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic, right? Light consists of electromagnetic wave. Electro means electric field. Magnetic means magnetic field. That means the light comprises of pair of fields, electric field and magnetic field. What are they? That you will study in the later on stage. But these two fields are mutually perpendicular to one another. These two fields are mutually perpendicular to one another like this. Let's consider that this wave represents electric field. Then this wave represents magnetic field. This is electric field. This is magnetic field. As the pair of diagrams, the electric and magnetic field are available in the two-dimensional plane. But practically, how does it persist? See, this is electric field. This is electric field. This is magnetic field. Is it clear? And both the fields are at an angle of 90 degree with one another. Have you understood it? If this is coordinate axis, then this is electric. The electric is perpendicular to the x-axis and magnetic is perpendicular to the y-axis. For example, that's what I want to say. So a light comprises of pair of fields. One is electric field, another one is magnetic field. It is because of this feature, light is being used for the communication purpose. Now, most of the recent technology that we see as far as mobile technology is concerned, or the translocation of a live event from one country to another country is concerned. Right now, IPL is going on, right? So obviously, the match is happening in Calcutta or in Madras or something, or in Bangalore as well, right? Can be seen simultaneously in Delhi also in a fraction of second. Why is it so? Because there are two kind of information beta. One is known as voice signal, another one is known as picture signal. So these two signal, voice signal corresponds to electric field and picture signal corresponds to magnetic field, right? What I want to say that whatever I'm speaking right now is captured by the electric field. Whatever is happening in this room visibly is captured by the magnetic field. And these two informations, the voice and the picture, captured by the light, right, in the form of electric and magnetic field, and both the field travels with a speed 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second in vacuum. Is it clear? So such an immense amount of speed, and hence this light carries information. It carries the information, right? And they will translocate it from one end to another end. Suppose I would like to go from this place to Bangalore. I can go through walk. It may take months. I can go with cycle, right? Again, it can take months. I can go with scooter, car. In car, it may take 2 to 3 days. And I can also go with train. It may take around 1 day to 2 days. And I can go by the plane also. It will hardly take 2 hours, right or not? What is the fastest mode of translocating ourselves from Delhi to Bangalore? It's a plane. So actually, we enter into the plane, right? The plane is acting as a carrier. Plane is acting as a carrier. It carries us, right? And carrying the information by a carrier is known as modulation. Is known as modulation. Now the plane flies, right? Reaches Bangalore, and we demodulate ourselves. हम बाहर आ जाते हैं plane से. Is it clear? So whatever is happening in this room in the form of the voice signal, the picture signal is captured by the carrier, which is known as light. Right? The light travels with the fastest speed. It acts as a carrier signal. It carries the information, and they are translocated within no time from the transmitting end to the receiving end. When it transmits, the process is known as modulation. And when it gets departed from the carrier signal, it is known as demodulation. And that is what you will study in the higher class if you opt for the electronics and communication engineering after your 12th. So I have given you a glimpse about the communication system, that this light is acting as this light plays the same role which is played by the plane itself. It carries the information translocated from the transmitting end to the receiving end. Right? Why is it so? Because it has a natural tendency to capture the voice and picture signal simultaneously and travels with a speed 3 into 10 to power 8 meters per second. Third feature, it does not require any material medium for its propagation. Light does not require any material medium like solid, liquid, or gases. It can travel through the vacuum also. In vacuum, the speed happens to be 3 into 10 to power 8. But as far as the normal air is concerned, atmospheric environment is concerned, it is found to be 2.99 into 10 to power 8 meter. It's almost the same. तो कोई characteristic feature में क्या आया? First, light consists of electromagnetic wave and does not require any material medium for the propagation. Its speed is 3 into 10 to power 8 meters per second in vacuum, or 2.99 into 10 to power 8 meters per second in atmosphere. Is it clear? The speed of the light depends upon the medium through which it travels. ये बात जरूरी है. The speed of the light travels through the medium. It depends upon the nature of the medium through which it travels. For example, हवा में क्या speed है उसकी? Almost 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. But if the same light enters into a transparent piece of glass, the speed downs to 2 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. समझ आया? अगर लाइट जो है हवा में जा रही है तो क्या स्पीड? 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. When the same light enters into a glass, a transparent piece of glass, it found to be 2 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. In water, it is something different. तो मैंने क्या कहा आपसे? That the speed of the light depends upon the nature of the medium, right or not? Nature, चाहे solid है, liquid है, gases. Right? The wavelength range of the light is found to be 4 into 10 to power minus 7 meter. Wavelength के बारे में आप 9th में पढ़ चुके हो. To 8 into 10 to power minus 7 meter per second. Sorry, meters. Wavelength is represented by lambda. Is it clear? The distance between two consecutive crusts or two consecutive trough. That's what you did in your 9th class. Is it clear? And the final is light is the composition of particle as well as it exhibits with the wave nature. Light को हम consider कर सकते हैं कि that it is made up of small particle known as photons. But light can also be regarded as a single synonymous line known as wave. So light shows dual character. It shows the particle nature and it shows the wave nature. And the particle nature of light, the wave nature of light, you will study about them, right, elaborately up to the maximum detail in Young's double slit experiment in your 12th class. So I generally, physics is my favorite subject. I teach maths and physics till 12th class, even for the IIT advanced level students. Is it clear? So that's why I know which particular topic would be used in the near future. So I hope this is very much clear to everybody that what do you mean by light and the characteristic feature of light. Finally summarizes to it. Light consists of electromagnetic wave, right? Does not require material medium for its propagation. Then the wavelength range of the light is 4 into 10 to power minus 7 meter to 8 into 10 to power minus 7 meter. Is it clear? Light acts as a particle. Light shows the behavior of particle nature as well as the wave nature, right? The speed of the light depends upon the nature of the medium through which it travels. Any doubt to it, beta? Both of you are clear or not, beta? Chanakya, Abhishek?
No, sir.
Should I
Yes, sir.
should I proceed? Clear है ना? आगे चलें?
Yes.
Now the question is, what is the objective of studying this chapter, reflection of light? See, the whole objective is to analyze the behavior of the light. The whole objective of this first chapter is to analyze the behavior of light if it falls over the surface of an object. Suppose what happens when the light strikes an object? क्या हो सकता है? What may happen if the light strikes? If this tube light is acting as a source of light, if it falls, okay, it falls onto us. तो हमसे टकरा कर क्या हो रहा है? It gets reflected. तो light can be reflected by the object. And suppose there is a transparent piece of glass, a glass piece लिया हुआ है आपने, glass piece. Light strikes and passes through it, right or not? अगर सिंपल ग्लास ले लिया आपने, जो ट्रांसपेरेंट, जो आगे पीछे इसका देख पा रहे हैं हम, then what the light does? It strikes it and pass through it as it is, right or not? तो लाइट या तो गिरेगी, रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाएगी, या पास हो जाएगी, right? Or maybe absorbed also, or absorb हो जाएगी if the light falls onto an opaque substance or a very black substance. So 95% of the light radiation would be absorbed by a black object. We cannot see a black object because the tendency of the black object is to absorb the light radiation. अरे वो लाइट को जब एब्जॉर्ब भी कर लेगा तो रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं करेगा, रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं करेगा, हमारी आईज में लाइट एंटर नहीं होगी और हमें वो ऑब्जेक्ट दिखाई नहीं देगा. इज इट क्लियर? So what is the behavior of the light when it falls over the surface of an object? It may be absorbed, it may transmit through the object, or it may get reflected from the object. Our objective is to go into the detail as far as the reflection is concerned. If the light falls over the surface of an object, it gets reflected, and that is what we need to study about in detail. The whole objective is to understand the formation of image by the various mirrors or lenses in the near future. अरे इमेज बनती है तो क्यों बनती है, कैसे बनती है, उसके लिए हमारा ये जानना जरूरी है. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. क्या जानना हमारे लिए जरूरी है? रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट, राइट? नाउ लेट्स कंसीडर that this straight line is acting as a transparent piece of glass. It is acting as a transparent piece of glass. मान लिए, just imagine this book as a transparent piece of glass. इससे आप क्या माने? Transparent piece of glass. Transparent का मतलब क्या है? आगे पीछे सब दिखाई दे रहा है इसका. When the light falls, it enters and pass through it. निकल जाएगी ना? Right? Now suppose to this object, these are the two surfaces of it or not? Front surface and back surface. This is a transparent piece of glass. I would like to convert it into mirror. मुझे आपसे mirror में convert करना है. So what I will do? I will deposit silver at one of its either the front or the back. Suppose I deposit silver. I paste silver onto this end. Silver metal, right? Silver is malleable in nature, ductile is nature. The malleability feature of the silver can easily be used in order to deposit over this surface, right or not? Followed by the red coat onto it. इसमें लाल हमने paint कर दिया हो. We have painted it with a red color. Why is it so? Because that paint prevents the corrosion of silver, rusting of silver. वो लाल कलर क्या करेगा? It prevents the rusting of silver so that the mirror so formed, right, can be used for a prolonged period of time. See, a simple mirror can be available as an amount of 100 rupees also, right? Suppose this kind of mirror is available to us, which is of 2 by 2, 2 by 4 size. 2 feet उसकी width है and 4 feet उसकी height है. That particular mirror can be available with as low as price of 100 rupees also, 1000 also, 50,000 also, and 1 lakh even more than that also. Why is it so? Because the quality and the kind of mirror depends upon the quality of the deposition. Silver is the best reflector, right or not? Ninth में पढ़ा था, who is the best reflector? Silver is the best reflector. It has a tendency to reflect at least 95% of the light radiations falling onto it. That's why the quality, ऐसा नहीं है कि सिल्वर के पास ही है, other metals also, right, do have the tendency to reflect. But silver being the highest quality and expensive too, right? And due to which the quality of the mirrors are different, accordingly the rates are different. कितनी बात clear है? If I want to convert a transparent piece of glass, that can easily be done by the deposition of silver followed by the red coat onto it. And that's what, if suppose I did onto this part, the back part of this transparent piece of the glass, then I need to hatch this end. The hatching of this end, right, provides me the information that this end is actually being deposited with silver, right? Now the silver is deposited over here. So there is a thickness onto the mirror or not? Tell me. There's certain amount of thickness. मोटाई है या नहीं? Now what happens? The light comes, strikes, it enters into this thicker part as well, because thicker part is transparent. Then finally it strikes where? It strikes to the silver finally. And the moment it strikes, what the silver does? It send it back. It reflects. Send it back means it reflects. It send it back to the same part of or same region of the space. Is it clear? So this process of sending back, the light radiations falling over the surface of an object is known as reflection of light. इसे हम क्या कहेंगे? Reflection. हम चैप्टर का नाम क्या है? Reflection of light. What do you mean by reflection? The phenomena. Reflection of light is the phenomena by which the light is sent back by the object, right, which carries the same. Is it clear? The process of sending back the light rays falling over the surface of an object is known as reflection of light. So what do you mean by reflection of light को और precisely समझने के लिए अब हमें लाइट के बारे में पढ़ना है. So light is in the form of a ray. हमें consider करना होगा कि light should be imagined as a ray of light. क्या? A ray of light. देखो अब मैं ना define the following terms. First, see the analysis of light. Stop writing. Analysis of light can be done by imagine light as a ray of light. By imagining light as a ray of light. What do you mean by this? A ray of light is a straight line. Ray of light क्या होता है बेटा? Straight line. Along which it is a straight line along which light travels. Along which light travels. The ray of light is a straight line along which the light travels. समझ आ गया? Whensoever in the future I will use the word as a ray of light, you understood the meaning of ray of light is a straight line along which the light travels. Now, incident ray. When a ray of light, समझ आ गया ना? When a ray of light strikes the mirror at a point, right, is known as, this is known as incident ray. This is known as incident ray. Is a ray of light which strikes the object at the point of incidence. यहाँ strike किया ना, उसको मैंने अगर P कह दिया, तो this P is what? Point of incidence is a point at which the light strikes. Is it clear? As simple as that, right? The ray which is sent back, the ray which is sent by the mirror in this case, or by the object, is known as reflected ray. उसे हम क्या कहेंगे? And the ray that falls normally, is known as, normally means perpendicularly, making an angle of 90 degree. That's what I want to say. No need to show this angle. Is it clear? Is known as normal ray. Then I hope all the points are clear. Point of incidence is the point at which the ray strikes. Incident ray, normal, reflected, point of incidence. Right? Next is angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is the angle which the incident ray makes with the normal at the point of incidence, represented by I. Angle of incidence is the angle made by the incident ray with the normal कहाँ पर? At the point of incidence, right? Angle of reflection is represented by R, and it is the angle made by the reflected ray with the normal at the point of incidence. Is it clear or not? समझ आ गया? And now next is laws of reflection. ये आपने 7th में ही पढ़ा था, I think so. You must have came across in the 7th class. What the first law states? Incident ray, normal ray, and reflected ray all lie on the same plane. Is it clear? दो ये फटाफट आ गया है, वो भी बैठा है, उसे क्या तुरंत बात करेगा, कॉल बैक करेगा. This is known as incident ray, normal ray, reflected ray all lie on the same plane. यानी कि all are available onto this white screen. This is the first law, as simple as that, right? And second law states that angle of incidence is always equal to angle of, if this angle happens to be 30 degree, reflected ray by default is also 30 degree. Now, Abhishek, will you give me the answer? If a ray strikes, if the incident ray strikes along the normal, so what would be the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection? If a ray moves along the normal, strikes the mirror, so what would be the path taken by the reflected ray and what would be the angle of reflection? 0. Angle of incidence is 0 and angle of reflection is also 0. Why is it so? आप ये देखिए, ये पहला इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. दिस इज द फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. दिस वाज अवर इंसिडेंट रे, दिस इज रिफ्लेक्टेड. Suppose I keep on decreasing the angle, so obviously angle of reflection also decreases by the same amount, right? Now suppose I again decrease it to this value, obviously it gets decreases to this value. So when this incident ray moves along the normal, so there is angle of I is 0. Angle of I is, so angle of R is also 0. If a ray moves along this line, the angle of incidence is 0. Angle of reflection would also be 0. If the angle of reflection is 0, so what would be the path traced by the reflected ray? It bounced back. Excellent. If it strikes the mirror, it bounces back. That means it moves along the same path. It moves incident ray, it moves along the same path, but in opposite direction. But in the direction opposite to the direction of incident ray. Right or not? So this would be incident ray, this would be reflected ray. So whensoever the angle of incidence happens to be 0, the angle of reflection should also be 0. That means the reflected ray will follow the same path, but in opposite direction. Right? So I hope all these are clear to you. This is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the diagram. Now, condition for the formation of image. Let's consider that this is a mirror. See, when we see ourselves through a plane mirror, this is a plane mirror. It's an example of plane mirror. We see ourselves or not? Will the size of our body remains be the same or different? Or when you see yourself through the mirror, will you see yourself identical or something different? Identical. No, size is also. The size would be varied only when you have a concave or convex mirror. जब आप प्लेन शीशे में देखते हो अपने आप को तो आप एज इट इज दिखते हो या अलग दिखते हो? सेम प्लेन मिरर में यू सी योरसेल्फ एज ए सेम पर्सन, आइडेंटिकल पर्सन, राइट? सो व्हाट मेक्स योर फिगर थ्रू द मिरर? हम शीशे में अपने आप को क्यों देख पाते हैं? एक्चुअली व्हाट वी सी इन द मिरर, आवर इमेज. सो व्हाट इज द कंडीशन that makes that image, right? What is the condition? अब मैं क्वेश्चन को मॉडिफाई कर रहा हूँ. What is the condition under which the image is being formed? कि भाई इमेज बनने की क्या कंडीशन है? तो ध्यान से देखो. अगर हमें if we want to understand the condition for the formation of image, then let us create the image of a single dot. मान लिया there is a single dot. I want to create the image of this. This is a plane mirror. Suppose there is a mirror in front of me. I want to see the image of that dot. The image would be in the form of dot or something else. Dot. What makes that image? See, there must be a source of light. Without source of light, can it be possible to see the image? So this source of light emits an infinite number of light radiations. Now let us consider one of the light rays strikes this dot. One of the light ray strikes this dot and gets reflected and then strikes with the mirror. Obviously, it would be get reflected and follow the law of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of this angle is equal to this angle. I1 is equal to R1. Follow? Right or not? So how many rays I have considered? How many rays I have considered over? Only one. Arre, this incident ray will have its corresponding reflection. So incident ray आई कहाँ से है? It comes from the source. How many rays have come from the source? Tell me. One, which undergo reflection. But the condition for the formation of image should have at least two rays. कितनी rays होनी चाहिए? So what I will do, I will take another ray also. Obviously, it will also undergo reflection. Right? This is I2. This is R2, right or not? If we want to create the image of this dot, then we should have at least how many rays? Two rays. coming from the source, striking the object, gets reflected pair of times, right? It's not necessary that you should take only two. You can take more than two as well. At least बोला है ना मैंने. At least means कम से कम. I can take another ray also, right? Let's consider a ray. Third ray which moves normally strikes. तो मैंने तीसरा रे भी ले लिया है नहीं. बट एटलीस्ट कितनी रेज लेनी चाहिए, मिनिमम कितनी रेज लेनी चाहिए. सो फॉरगेट अबाउट दिस रे. I have taken two rays, right? See, when we see ourselves through the mirror, our size is same, our shape is same. Will we see ourselves erect or inverted? Erect. हम सीधे दिखते हैं शीशे में, उल्टा दिखते हैं. सीधा. Will the distance of will that our distance, let us consider that this laptop is acting as a mirror, right? This screen is acting as a mirror. So I'm standing over here, I'm sitting over here, in fact, right? So I let consider myself as an object. So that my distance from this point to the screen of the laptop, which is acting as a mirror, should be known as object distance or not? अरे बोलो. Object distance is the distance of the object from the mirror. Whatever be the distance between this screen acting as a mirror and me is known as what? Object distance. Is known as object distance, right? So this should be regarded as what? Object, the distance of the object from the mirror, right or not? बोलो भाई, clear है? Now when we see ourselves through the mirror, the image is seen in the mirror itself. Then the distance of that image from the mirror, will it be same or different? Please tell me. Will it be same or obviously same? When we see our image through the mirror, plane mirror, then the distance of our image from the mirror is absolutely equal to the distance of we people from the mirror. That means the object distance must be equal to image distance. Is it clear or not? Image distance is the distance of the image which is into the mirror, right? With respect to the position of the mirror itself. So image distance क्या होगा? The distance of the image, right, with respect to the position of the mirror itself, right or not? See, when we stand in front of the mirror, immense amount of rays strikes with us, gets reflected, creates the image within the mirror itself. And the creation of the image requires how many rays? At least two rays. At least two rays. I have considered two rays. First incident ray. This is incident ray 1. This is incident ray 2. This is reflected ray 1. This is reflected ray 2, right or not? Please tell me. Now, in order to create the image of this object, this is the reflected ray, right or not? This is the reflected ray. I will desperately take this reflected ray to move opposite to this direction. मैंने क्या किया? रिफ्लेक्टेड रे को डेस्परेटली वर्चुअली मीन्स जो प्रैक्टिकली एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. कहां मैंने इसको क्रिएट किया है? इनटू द मिरर और नॉट? आई हैव क्रिएटेड in the similar fashion. I will create another straight line in the form of dot. But what we see that these two reflected rays after expanding them into the mirror, meet at a common point. Meet at a common point. And that common point is actually the image of this O in the form of O dash. Is the image of O in the form of O dash. Is it clear or not? As these two reflected rays, मेरा question है, is these two reflected rays are actually meeting or virtually meeting? Actually meeting का मतलब क्या है? Will there be any chance of these two rays to meet? मेरा मेरा क्वेश्चन है, क्या ये दोनों रेज मिल सकती हैं? अरे वन इज मूविंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन, अदर वन इज मूविंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन. They are not parallel. They will never meet. Actually, they will never meet. But they can be supposed to meet when extended in the opposite direction into the mirror. Then what we see, when the pair of reflected rays extended into the mirror, they meet at a common point. That common point is known as what? That common point is known as the image of the object O. See, when we see ourselves through the mirror, and suppose we immediately, right, displaces from the mirror, हम वहां से हट जाते हैं, will our image still persist? क्या हमारी इमेज फिर भी रहती है? जब our image persist till we stand in front of the mirror. हमारी इमेज हम तब तक देख सकते हैं जब तक हम मिरर के सामने खड़े हैं. बोलो, अगर हम मिरर के सामने से हट गए तो क्या हमारी इमेज रहती है या हट जाती है? बोलो, रहती है, हटती है, राइट? सो इफ द इमेज vanishes after the removal of the object, such kind of image is known as virtual image. उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? Virtual image. What is virtual image? Virtual image is the image that vanishes as soon as the object, right, is removed from the as soon as the object is removed from the front of the mirror. Is it clear? And virtual image always be created by the extension of the pair of reflected rays in the opposite direction into the mirror, and these two rays which enters into the mirror definitely meet at a point, and that point of meeting is the image of the point O itself. Is it clear or not? Abhishek, Chanakya, good out.
No,
I'm telling you with slow speed. Have you understood what I'm saying? Because this today's class is a concept of entire optics till the human eye. You need to understand the condition behind the creation of image. There are two kinds of images. One is known as virtual image. Virtual image is the image that vanishes as soon as the object is removed from the mirror. As soon as the object gets removed from the front of the mirror. Is it clear? It vanishes. Right? But whatever is happening in this classroom is being recorded or not. That you can see later on or not. So the image that can be seen on the screen later on is known as a real image. उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? The movie that we see in the theaters, right? The videos that you see on the YouTube, these all are regarded to be what? Is there real actor or actresses are dancing in front of that theater where the picture is happening? क्या वहाँ real actor or actresses practically नाच रहे हैं वहाँ पर? Is there any practical fight over there? This is already being recorded. And the recording over the screen can be seen permanently for a prolonged period of time, right? Such kind of images are known as real images. उन्हें हम क्या कहेंगे? And hence images are of two types. Image कितनी तरह की होती हैं? One is known as virtual, another one is known as virtual. Is always be created with the help of plane mirror, with the help of, but real cannot be obtained with the help of real. Cannot be, real image cannot be possible with the help of plane mirror. It can be possible with the help of spherical mirrors, and that's what we will see in the later on stage. अभी हम देखेंगे. पहले आपको ये क्लियर हुआ कि how we created the image of O. in the form of O dash. The creation of O dash needs how many rays? At least two. Can I take another one? Okay, I can take another one. Rebonds on the same path can be extended. Again, it meets over here or not? You can take as many as incident rays as you want, right? When you extend them in the opposite direction into the mirror, they will always meet at a single point, right? And that single point is the creation of the image of the point O itself, right? So this is called as object, and this is image, and is regarded to be virtual image. Got it? Likho the condition. The condition for the creation of image. The condition for the creation of image is to have is to have the existence of is to have the existence of is to have the existence of at least a pair of light rays, is to have the existence of at least a pair of light rays, at least a pair of light rays which actually meet which actually meet or appears to meet or appears to meet after reflection from the mirror, after reflection from the mirror. Bolo clear? What I said, the condition for the creation of image is to have the existence of at least a pair of light rays which appears to meet. Actually meet नहीं कर रहे, they appears to meet after reflection from the mirror, right? Got it or not? This is the condition. This is the most generally the question is asked in the board examination. What's the condition for the creation of image? So you should write the condition of the creation of image to have the existence of at least a pair of light rays which actually meet or appears to meet at a point after reflection from the mirror, right? Now we created the image of a dot. Now can it be possible to create the image of an extended object like this arrow? Now I'm going to create the image of this arrow, right? Which has certain amount of finite length. It is not a dot now. So what I should do? Now I would like to create the image of the top first. So I'll take one ray, gets reflected. I'll take another ray, gets reflected. This is right. When I extend them in the opposite direction, right? That means this is the image of this top A in the form of A dash. Similarly, I can create the image of this bottom. So what I'll do? This is B dash. ओ सॉरी बेटा, थोड़ा गलती कर दी। Right, in that way we have created the image of the top and bottom respectively in the form of a dash, b dash, right? Then you will write, in the similar manner we can create the image of all the points that exist between a and b in the form of a dash, b dash. You are not supposed to create the image of this. You just simply create the image of top, create the image of bottom, and right in the similar fashion we can create the image of rest of the points in between a and b in the form of a dash, b dash. So a dash, b dash happens to be the virtual image. It is known as virtual image. This is object. This is known as object distance. This is known as image distance. Is it clear? So in that way, we created the image of an extended object. Now, what are the characteristic feature of this image? First, virtual है. As soon as this object is removed, gets removed from the front of the mirror, image vanishes or not? Virtual. Erect or not? Image is erect. Same size as the size of the object. Same distance. अब क्या है? Same distance means object distance is equal to image distance. या स्टार कर देना. क्यों? ये अब हम प्रूव करेंगे. इसका प्रूफ भी कई बार पूछा जाता है. Why the object distance is equal to image distance, right? And the E part, laterally inverted. Laterally inverted means, see, आप घर जाके चेक करना. When you see yourself through the mirror, your left hand appears to be the right hand and right hand appears to be the left hand or not? आप शीशे के सामने खड़े हो. What you will see, actually your left hand appears to be the right hand and right hand appears to be the left. This phenomenon is not known as lateral inversion. When you see a cricket match through the mirror, the left-handed batsman appears to be right-handed and right-handed appears to be left-handed. So sideway exchange of the image with respect to the object is known as lateral inversion. उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? Clear हो गया? Right? This is very important. Next is prove that object distance is equal to image distance. अभी से समझ, this is very important question. Actually, this is basically the question of mathematics. If this happens to be the object, okay, I would like to create the image of this object. I'll extend it. I'll join this one, right? Let it be O, this is O dash. Let it be P, Q, right? Let this angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, this is angle 4, this is 3, this is 4, right? See, angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle 3 is equal to angle 1, why? This angle is equal to this angle, why? Interior alternate angles, right? Angle 1 is equal to, angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Why? अरे भाई, this angle, right, is equal to this angle. Why? Corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles. See, 1 equal to 2, 1 is equal to 3, right? 2 is equal to 4. That implies me what? 3 is equal to 4 or not? Clear? If 3 equals to 4, then in triangle QPO and triangle QPO dash, this is 5, this is 6. PQ equal to PQ common. Angle 5 equal to angle 6 equal to 90 degree, right? Angle 3 equal to angle 4, proved above. Therefore, triangle QPO is congruent with triangle QPO dash. Congruent हो गया ना? By which congruency? This is side, angle, angle, side, side. Which congruency? AAS congruency. I could have proved it by using RHS as well, but AAS clear हो गया. So once these two triangles are congruent, quite obvious है that OP, always write PO dash. PO is equal to PO dash by CPCT, right? And hence the object distance is equal to, this question came in 2021 board examination for 3 marks. It has hardly to do with the physics, isn't it? It's purely a ninth class congruency of triangle question. So Abhishek, Chanakya, I hope the session is clear to you. It's acting as a revision for you, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So in that way, we covered the first portion of the same. So what we see that as the plane mirror is concerned, that the reflected rays, is there any possibility of the reflected rays to meet somewhere in the plane mirror? Never be possible, because the reflected rays are moving in the different directions. If a pair of rays meet, if the pair of rays actually meet, this phenomena is known as convergence. उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? Convergence. जब एक पॉइंट पर आकर कई लाइट्स मिलती हैं, जब, राइट, जैसे रिफ्लेक्टेड रे आ गई, एक और रिफ्लेक्टेड रे यूं मिल गई, यूं मिल गई, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे, और कोई भी रे ऐसे अगर एक पॉइंट पे मिलती हैं, तो दिस फिनोमेना इज नोन एज convergence. When different ray of light meet at a point, when different ray of light meet at a point, the concept is known as convergence. When ray of light moves in different direction from a point, the concept is known as divergence. Is it clear? So neither convergence nor divergence is possible with the help of plane mirror. Is it clear? It is only the spherical mirror. It's only the spherical mirrors that exhibits convergence and divergence. Is it clear? एक convergence और divergence को represent करती है. And what are spherical mirrors? What are the kind of spherical mirror? What are the characteristic features of the same, that we'll do in the next class. So we'll meet day after tomorrow and continue the same chapter. Is it clear? So your objective is to go through these class notes, and before sleeping today, there's no homework for this particular chapter. And very soon you will also get a separate assignment for chemical reaction and types that comprises of all sorts of CBSE board questions that may come, right? And as we will substantially cover certain amount of syllabus, then I would like to execute the paper as per the CBSE board examination, not merely subjective questions. There would be the possibility of case study based questions as well. All right, MCQ as well, so on and so forth. Is it clear? But for that matter, a certain amount of syllabus should be covered. As we have covered the chemical reactions type. So next Monday, you would be having a science test, and that science test will have chemical reactions type, life processes, and this light chapter. All will come in the test itself. Coming Sunday, some of you are having the real number chapters all over again as a retest. All right. And let me see how many of you will also go for the chemical reactions types retest. But I don't want to conduct the retest for the chemical because hardly 50%, 50 to 70% chapter was covered. You just complete the entire one. Right. So science retest will not take place. Science retest will take place from the second test itself. We suppose anybody who got less than 60%. Is it clear? So Rinku Bhaiya will distribute a performance tracker sheet. I think so. Abhishek and Chanakya, you also got performance tracking sheet.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Please fill the same and send it back to us. This will help you to know your weak areas. See, from now onwards, to every question that come up with the wrong answer, I will write correspondingly that it is the conception mistake or application of conception mistake or calculation mistake, right? That is responsible for the wrong answer. So your objective is to look after those weak areas कि गलत क्यों हुआ मेरा क्वेश्चन का आंसर, और वो मैं नोट भी रखूंगा. And then in retest obviously you should perform better. The passage of time, all your weak areas should be eliminated. और जितना weak area खत्म होता जाएगा, naturally subject would be strong. So just follow the system. And system says what? Understand the class. Understand the class completely. Do revise the class before sleeping today itself, ideally speaking. Don't leave it by tomorrow. Because by tomorrow, 60% of the content would be out of your mind. Day after tomorrow, 98%. So entire discussion will go into waste. So do it. Class work should be revised by tonight. Otherwise, नींद नहीं आनी चाहिए. Then whatever be the homework, you need to complete that as per the deadline. Right? My test would be from classwork and homework. Is it clear? In that way, we proceed. Good night. We'll meet in the next class.